Steven Slate Drums 4 Essentials. So first off, this video is not really an instructional video. The Steven Slate Drums YouTube page and website have plenty of instructional videos already. If you're looking for instructional videos, I definitely suggest you check out their YouTube page and their website. This is more of just a quick review of Steven Slate Drums 4 Essentials. So let's get right to it. So what you see here is Steven Slate Drums 4 Essentials. So Essentials is basically just one drum kit, and then you also get some extra kicks and snare. Now I've been looking at Steven Slate Drums 4 Platinum for a while now. Read a lot of good reviews about it, but I already have a couple great drum virtual instruments. But of course, I'm always looking to add more. And the Platinum Edition looks really cool, but I wasn't sure how I would like the sampler. So in this Essentials version, the sampler is pretty much the same as the Platinum version. So since the Essentials was so cheap, I got it for like 20 bucks. I thought I'd check it out. And so far, it's not too bad. It's real simple and easy to use. This is definitely a plug-and-play plug-in. So we see here on the sampler, pretty well laid out. We're on our kits section now, where you can choose some of the included kit mixes of the included drum sounds. And though you're basically getting just one drum kit with a couple extra kicks and snare, by routing the drums differently you can get drastically different sounds. So we'll look here in the instruments category. We see SSD4 Deluxe. We have our kick there, snare, our toms. These toms sound great. Hi-hat, a ride, a couple crashes, a splash, and a china. And that china sounds really great. Then our extra snares here, our extra kicks. Go here to the Edit Instrument tab here. Very easy to edit your instruments. Just click on it and you'll see it changes up here. You can tune these, change the volume, change the microphones, volume, pan, tune, stuff like that. Very easy. Check here in the mixer. So the first thing you'll notice is, unlike a lot of other drum virtual instruments, you don't have a plugin section here. That's really because you don't need it. The sounds included have already been pre-processed and they're ready to go. And they sound absolutely amazing. Next we have our grooves section. SSD4 Essentials ships with a bunch of grooves. Just click on them to play, real easy. So you have more grooves here. Split up into parts, bridge chorus, fills verse, groove name, bridge 1, bridge 2, etc., etc. Find the groove you like, drag it right into your DAW, and start building up your drum track. You can of course write in your own MIDI notes, use an electronic drum kit or a keyboard, etc. Our map converter page, map things out exactly how you want it. In your settings tab, that's just where you set up where your library and your license are located. Other things here on the mix page, we have our bleed level. Well laid out, easy to understand. Routing, you can choose where you want to route to. Your overhead, your room. You can add a bus with this button here, then you can route drums to that bus, you could route bleed to that bus, and so on. I could choose aux 1, so you see how that works. It's really easy to use. So I already have a kit loaded up here. I love those toms. That china also sounds amazing. Really nice. So as I said in the beginning, even though we're getting basically just one drum kit in this Essentials package, the way they're set up in the mixer has a big effect on the actual sound. So if I go here to the grooves, so I'll just choose a groove here. Go here back to our kit page. And we'll load up some other kits. We can also layer our drum sounds directly within SSD4 Essentials. So say I want to layer the kick drum. I'll come here to the instruments. Right now we have a Kick 5 NRG, which is right here. Go to our deluxe, go to our kick, grab this Yamaha, drop it right here. Now we got both playing. Really cool stuff. So by using the mixer, you can really hone in on the exact drum sound you want, even though this essential version is only coming with, as I said, one drum kit plus a couple extras. But there are other ways we could use SSD4 Essentials as well. As I said, these drum sounds are already processed. Of course, there's a school of thought that says you don't want processed drum sounds, you want raw drum sounds so you can create something unique. And of course, there's another school of thought that says if it sounds good and Steven Slate is known worldwide for his drum sounds, why not just use those? And I actually subscribe to both of those schools of thought. Sometimes a pre-produced sound is just easier and it's going to sound good right off the mark, and you'll have less tweaking as you go. Other times you really want to craft something unique from the start instead of crafting on what someone has already EQ'd and compressed, etc. But what we can also do is use something like this SSD4 Essentials with its pre-processed drum sounds and blend that into a sound that you have already crafted on your own, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. So I have BFD2 here. BFD2 ships with raw drum sounds, and I've already been in the mixer EQing, compressing, that sort of thing to this drum kit. So I've crafted a sound from a raw drum sample to something I like. So what we then can do is record a drum track with, say, BFD2 or whatever drum virtual instrument you want to use, and then layer in the sounds from another drum instrument, which in this case is SSD4 Essentials. So you're going to hear about 4 bars of just BFD2, and then I take that same MIDI track and delete all the other drum data and just leave the kick drum, and I place that on my SSD4 Essentials track. So then I'll come back into BFD2, lower the kick drum sound in SSD4 Essentials, kind of blend them together, and then record about 4 bars with BFD2 as the whole drum kit, and then layering in just the kick sample from Steven Slate Drums. So here that is, 4 bars of BFD2, then 4 bars of BFD2 with Steven Slate Drums for Essentials, just the kick drum layered in. So that definitely changes the tone of our kick drum track. So even if you already have a drum application that you really like, you can always benefit by layering in sounds from another drum application or other drum samples. So you could take something like BFD2, completely raw samples, tweak them to get them sounding how you like, and then layer in something that's already been pre-produced, mix them together, and you can have a really professional sounding drum kit that still sounds unique. Of course, BFD2 and Steven Slate Drums for Essentials are perfectly capable of standing on their own. I'm just trying to show you there's other ways you can use some drum virtual instruments. So SSD4 Essentials is a really cool drum application, and it's always great to have more options in your toolkit while you're crafting your sound. So I've only been using this for a few hours now, but I gotta say I really like it, and I'll probably be upgrading to Steven Slate Drums for Platinum at some point in the future. It's definitely a great drum application. So if you're in the market for a drum virtual instrument, definitely check out Steven Slate Drums for Essentials. It's a great price, sounds great, you can get professional sounding kits going in just a matter of seconds without having to spend hours tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. Of course, if you'd like to tweak more, you can always come to your mixer, set your outs to a track in your DAW, and then use the included plugins with your DAW or other plugins you've purchased and tweak the sound further from there. So that wraps up this review, and I definitely give this plugin an A+ for the combination of price, the samples that are included, the grooves that are included, ease of use, and of course, above all, how it sounds. So check it out, Steven Slate Drums for Essentials.